Hey, welcome back to the weekly dance tutorial. I've got a special guest here, Marcus from Kind of Fit, Kind of Fat. He's going to be my student for today, and we're going to learn some grid shifting combos that is going to help you with your flexibility as you're dancing per request of Dan. Thanks, Dan, for requesting this. Here we go. So, first of all, before we even start this, make sure you're already stretching your forearms and your triceps, whatever you need to stretch for this, and loosen up. All right, here we go. So here's the first move. We're gonna place our hands in a prayer position, pretty standard, right? This is like what I usually start off with, and you're gonna wanna push against it, okay? Really push it. So as you're dancing, you're actually stretching while you dance, okay? Here's one, and get ready for two. Are you ready for two? So you're gonna open it and then push again. That's another stretch right there, but it's also a move. So that's two, okay? So here we're gonna go back. We're gonna go one, move it in, two, push it, open, slide, slide, okay? So up, over, and then for this next part, we're gonna end up stretching this right here by moving it over like that. And use this hand right here to kind of gauge it with the other hand, right? You're gonna push against this and bring it over here and push. Just like this stretch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a stretch, right? This is the normal stretch. But if you put your hands in this position and do the same motion, it looks like a move, right? So it's okay if you can't go all the way over, as long as it's just, you feel the stretch, okay? So that's one right there. So from the top, we're gonna go here, push, here, push it, open. So this is like the transition to the next stretch. All right, moving on, we're gonna go here. After you've stretched it, I'm gonna flip it. Okay, so this is kind of like a 90-degree rotation, right? We're rotating from here to here, right? And you're still gonna have your arms connected like that. So after you go boom, here, okay, down, and then from here, you're gonna go boom, boom. So right there, you're going from the back, right? It's behind your arm. You're gonna go around to the front, and this, you're gonna go around to this side now. Make sense?
Yeah.
So this is like the opposite of the other side. So now you're stretching this part of your arm. So boom, cool. And keeping these wrist corners locked in. Boom. So one more time from the top. Right here, push. Move it in, push, transition, up, slide it over, rotate it over here, boom. And you could do that however you want. You could be like boom, boom, or you can just go straight across. So it's up to you however you want to transition. So the transitions don't really matter as much until you get to the stretching part of it, right? Because the transition could be like boom, boom, or it could be like boom, boom, doesn't matter. As long as you get to this position, you can bring it over. So right there, and then this is the next transition, which was this, down, around, and then around. See that? So another way you can transition to the other side is like this. So we had this one in front, stretching that arm right there. And another way you could do it, honestly, is you can go to the front, you can go up, down, flip, stretch. See that? So we got to the same spot, but the way we got there was different because it's just a transition. You know what I mean? So with grid shifting or tutting, it's like you move in straight lines along a grid, right? Because if I have this point right here, which is my wrist, there's a line across from it, there's a line down here, right? And then think of it like a crosshair, like here and here. You see the crosshair? Like it's like kind of invisible, right? And there's also one like here and here. So using that point, you can be like going around it, which is going along that same grid, right? And that's how you know how to transition. It's like, okay, well, how do I get to the other side? Well, you have a line here, So you can literally go like up, forward, around, and then boom, you know what I mean? Like as long as you're touching those grid points, you can pretty much transition however you want as long as you could see those lines. So from the top, right here, 1, okay, push that in, and then 2, push that right there, and then bring it down, transition over to here. Now bring it over, stretch that arm out right there, which is this one right here. Yep, I gotta point with my chin sometimes. And then bring it up, bring it down, around town, and stretch. Nice. So you want to pretty much stretch and do the move at the same time, because not only does it helps you with the flexibility, but you're also training the position and the form of that move, you know what I mean? So like you're really being efficient when you dance. Like you get the flexibility and you get to know like where the move is at, and you get used to your body like being in that position. So yeah, so that's another one. Here's a crazy one. All right, once you get that down, there's a stretch that I learned from my friend. His name's Strobe, and you're pretty much stretching this part of your arm. And the way you do that is, he told me, was you just grab, try to touch your armpit, right there, and then you're gonna take this elbow and pull it over as far as you can. And it doesn't have to go that far, that's perfect. If it starts to get stuck, just leave it there, feel that stretch right there, okay? This is another stretch that you can learn. It's a little more advanced, but if you can get that stretch down, it allows you to bring this angle to the front, okay? So remember, if this is the point, there's a line here, there's a line here, so you're bringing this line to the front, okay? And that is this right here, this muscle right here. So from the top, from here, gonna go here, down, up, over, stretch, nice, and then transition, down, around, and stretch, nice. Now this is how you get to the other side. So first, we're gonna go, from here, we're gonna go, boom. So all I did was I rotated from this point, this wrist point, I rotated it down, okay? And here's the crazy part. You can actually go straight to that, which is basically pretend like this is the center and you're just rotating that whole picture to the side. Exactly. And sometimes you don't even have to know how to do this move. You can actually just stretch it by kind of like going like this. You ever do this stretch?
Yeah.
Like left and right?
Yeah.
You could stretch it by doing that as well. So from here, right, we rotated it, and from here you're gonna rotate it from this point right here, and you're gonna go boom. See that? And you should feel it right here and like a little bit right here, right? But you don't even have to go that far as long as you stretch it, because this is a move, but it's also a stretch.
Yeah.
So stretching requires patience because you got to do it slow. That's the trick to being flexible, is going slow, because sometimes people just go, oh yeah, let me just get my 15 minutes in. It's like, no, you got to take your time, breathe, and then go all the way through, and eventually you'll get more and more flexible, and next thing you know it, by like a month or something, you're gonna be like boom, straight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how you get to that side, right? Now we're gonna go the opposite way, and it's simply just going back to the center and then going to that side, and that's it, okay? And those are the flexible grid movements that you can do that will help here, from these stretches, it's helping your forearm muscles. From these stretches, it's helping this muscle, and then these ones help your sides. Let's just finish it off. Once you go to that side, you go back, and guess what? You can go right back to here. And it's like, you can loop it. You can loop the same exercise over and over again. At the same time, you're getting your arms used to those positions. Let's go again from the top and go all the way through. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just take your time, go at your own pace. And here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then boom, nice. Transition, transition, around, and stretch. Very cool. From here, rotate, rotate, go back to the center, this side, and then go back to the center, and pray. Sick, we did it. Okay, and that's it for that tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you leave a comment in the section below because I want to know what you thought about that tutorial. Was it unique? Was it not unique? Was it basic AF? But anyway, if you're not subscribed, please do so, and you can learn weekly from my tutorials. Oh, and if you have any questions, feel free to direct message me on Instagram at can.poriotics, and make sure you check out Marcus's brand, Kinda Fit Kinda Fat, on Instagram. I'm gonna leave all that information right over here. Thanks. Peace.